Uh-oh. Got the music?
I got it coming right here. Good morning and welcome to Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hartgraves. Lana's been a practicing psychic for 25 years and has the gifts of clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. She is an empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator and health advisor. This week, we're going to be talking about stones and finishing up getting you unstuck. Lana.
Hey guys, how is everybody? What we're going to do today is I'm going to do this in a little bit different way so you guys can understand. I'm going to do it in 15-minute snippets. Now, I do not have an interview. I normally have interviews. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Sharon. And the reason why is because I don't know if you can hear, I'm kind of stuffy. I had like this minor surgery. Did I tell you about this surgery really quick? I can't remember if I told you. Did I tell you anything about it?
Say that again. I was tuning into a different channel.
Do you remember? And it's okay. Do you remember me telling you about the surgery? I had,
yes.
Okay. For the people that don't know, I sound stuffy. I don't have a cold. What it is it's a newer procedure. And for people, when they're treating you, I started developing sleep apnea. And they go in and they trim these little pieces, flaps of skin, so you can get more oxygen. So for a couple of days, well, I'll be stuffy, but it's clearing up and I'm starting to breathe better already. So it's pretty cool. Hi, Anna. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm reviewing about getting yourself unstuck. And remember, I told you I needed to come up with another word because I don't like unstuck. So liberating yourself. How's that? I think that's a little bit better. Okay. About getting yourself unstuck, knowing that you're stuck, especially because of the age of Aquarius, we're stuck. And a lot of us are. Now, for me personally, as a person who has gotten themselves unstuck, because this is my alignment, by the way, I understand now. So some of the stuff that I've done, and I reviewed from last week, is that I said, these are the things I had from my last session. So I'm just reviewing them a little bit. And then I'm going to cover black stones for empaths today. Okay. First of all, getting yourself unstuck, you got to do something different. You can't keep going on like that. And as human beings, we grow. And that's how we get in a rut, though. Now, you have to understand human nature. Human nature wants the security and the consistency. So see how you fight it? Your soul fights it a little, being human, a little bit. Okay. But change is good. Don't break it if it's not fixed, but sometimes it's not fixed. For 30 years, I taught, and I'm not saying I'm not a teacher because I'm definitely a teacher, but I probably should have left 10 years ago. And I just didn't see it until now. And that is okay. So, have you been stuck? Have you been like unsticking yourself or liberating yourself? Because I think you are, right?
Yes. I've been stuck for a while, actually.
Yes. So, yes. And we've been talking, and we're all in the process here at 21/6 the net, liberating ourselves. We'll put it that way.
That's right.
Oh, cool background. Thank you. It's brand new. I have a green screen, and we're going to figure out how to use the green screen. This new technology, I'm even on my YouTube now. You can see everything that's up on the screen through YouTube. If I put anything up from now on, you'll see it because we didn't have the technology. So this is a much better show. So anyway, so we've been talking about doing something differently, and do something too, as a review, something that scares you. And it could be small. It could be like, ooh, that's scary. Like, for me, instance, and I've mentioned this one before, is a couple of years ago, I was in the middle of the night in downtown in downtown St. Louis at a bar. And it was a really bad neighborhood. And I walked myself home. It was like, oh, you're being stupid. No, you know what? I knew I was okay because I had 3 other people with me. So we were okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, love my nails. Thank you. I get a lot of compliments on them. They're called mermaid. See, look at the color on them. They're pretty cool, huh? Cynthia's like, I love them. So anyway, it scared the heck out of me. I was like, I don't know. I was fine. People are like, oh, well, you took your, that was a little dangerous. I'm like, it really wasn't that bad of a day. It really was. It was just something. It was like maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. And I walked with a couple of friends. And normally that, I'd be like, I don't know if I should do that, but I did it anyway. So, and it was good. I'm good. Life's too short to not take a few risks here and there. Anyway, I went on a trip 10 years ago, all by myself for 2 weeks to Mexico. And I usually go with somebody. And that was the best trip of my life, going by myself, because I picked up a guide while I was there. Kent, do you know if you have a guide? Do you know your guide?
I know I have one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't.
You don't know the name?
No.
We have to talk later. I think it's an Indian too. I think it's Native American too. Like it's dark haired, or it's Spanish, Hispanic, or Native American or something. But because that's who I see. Anyway, but yeah, you didn't know you had 5 guides. You have 5 guides. You've got your totem animals. You've got your angel, your own personal angel. Then you've got your spirit guides. Then you've got your ancestral guides, and then you've got an archangel of some sort that you can call at any time. So you've always got a lot of help. And you can have more than one spirit guide. I do. I have several, but my main one is called Dances in the Wind. And there's another one. He keeps calling himself Red Cloud. I mean, does guilt, Shayna says, does guilt count as scary? I don't know. That's an interesting thing. You'd have to be more specific on that. Okay. That's an interesting question. Anyway, that was the question is guilt, does guilt count as scary? I don't know. How to take risks, move on. You're too cautious. Anna, Anna Vaughn says, I don't know how to take risks. I'm too cautious. Are you a Capricorn? Because a lot of times in earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, they're very cautious people in general. Okay, Virgo too. Okay, because I don't know, we always do calculated risks. It has to do with understanding, staying grounded and stuff. So, okay. Make plans. I know that as a Sag, I am like very spontaneous, but I'm a Capricorn, so it keeps me grounded. But if you ask me 5 years from now, I kind of know where I'll be. Okay. Yeah, Anna, you're Gemini. Okay. That means, Anna, you can be 2 people at the same time. So that would make sense to me. So try to hit the other side of you, because there's like a shadow side because you're a Gemini. That's why they call them the twins, So, all right. Kindness matters. Do something nice for someone and be grateful for what you have. I have a sign up here that says, it says right here, I still remember the days when I prayed for what I now have. So just remember that. Okay. So what I'm going to do today, so that you guys know, I'm going to cover black stones and their properties for empaths. Okay. Well, I got like about 10 stones, so it's going to take a little while to do all of that. Okay. I've got some are crystal balls, like that's shungite, by the way. I've got an actual crystal. This is a black crystal. And then I've got some obsidian. I got all kinds of different things, and I'm going to go over them with you, so that you guys understand, because as an empath, you need protection. Okay. So protection, includes just wearing it around your neck. Sometimes people put it in their pockets. Sometimes some people I know will wear, I have a habit of wearing a lot of things on my wrist, even a ring. Right now I have something called seraphinite, and I don't know if you can see that. See, like that ring right there. It's a black stone. It's kind of looks like angel wings, but that's why they call it seraphinite. But it's considered a black stone. But you can get it in different colors. You can get it in blue. You can get it in You can get it in black, all kinds of different things. Okay. So let's go over first stone. So did you ever get your stone, Kent?
No, I am headed out that direction in this week, so I thought I would stop by. Yeah.
Yeah, stop by. I have a friend. Her name is Tamika, and she owns a store called Infinite Soul Vibrations, and she'll hand make your jewelry for you. So I always give her a little plug because like she gives me business, I give hers. Yep. I clear a lot of houses in Rockford, like of energy and entities, and I do that a lot. And she'll give me. I'm the first person that gets called. So yeah. So anyway, go check her out. Now, how do you know? Here's a good question. How do you know what stone you need? You go to somebody who's maybe psychic, or go get a reading and ask, or just feel it. It's a combination. Now, the reason that I say that is because you know how psychologists see other psychologists? You know how that is, right? Well, other psychics see other psychics because we can't read for ourselves. I've said it many, many times that I cannot read for myself. Okay. And with that, I will go to the first stone. So, okay. So tourmaline. Does anybody know what black tourmaline looks like? It's very striated and it's very soft. Okay. So this is a softer, easier, I don't know. It works really well for negative energy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, sometimes some people are wearing too many stones. I have a tendency to wear 4 or 5 stones sometimes, and some stones are more neutral than others. Now, I always get from people, this is stupid. It's pseudoscience. Here we go again. Now, to me, when I say it, does this make sense? And I'm going to ask this, okay? That if a crystal can control a computer and they use it to conduct electricity, why would this not work? Correct? So anyway, this is a black tourmaline. Now they're very soft. I have one that's a ring and it's already cracked. They just break because they're very soft, but they're very good for protection and absorbing negative energy. Now listen to some of the qualities of black stones. Okay. Hi, Dawn. Okay. So we've got black tourmaline. We've got, I'm going to go over all these: obsidian, smoky quartz, Apache tears, shungite, hematite, onyx. Here's a new one. It's hypersthene. I've never heard it. I don't know if I'm not pronouncing that right. Let me know. And jet. So, all right. So let's see. My first one I'm going to do is black kyanite. Now, kyanite is a really super soft stone. It's extremely similar to tourmaline. Okay. But it comes in black. It comes in blue. I have blue behind me. Behind the screen is like 1,000 stones. So I'm a collector, sort of. So, all right. Now, let me see. So after the tourmaline, a lot of people use this. Is a very common stone for protection, by the way. I see a lot of people, and you can get them pretty cheap because they're soft. So, obsidian's black glass, you know, you can find it anywhere. Okay. Here's a piece of obsidian right here. It's jet black though. Sometimes they're more black than they are. Okay. So, let's see. Smoky quartz is another one. This is my favorite stone, by the way. I'm actually going to have this wrapped soon. Okay. Gerline. Hi, Gerline. Happy full moon. Yeah. I know I was out this morning taking photographs because it was just really, really cool. Okay. Mel, what stone for Virgo? This is now I'm going to go over that because you can go by zodiac sign. A lot of people don't know that, but I go by personality and person. Now, I'm very attracted to smoky quartz. Now, smoky quartz is for different thing. I'll go over it in a minute. But I use it for my chakra points, and I put it over my heart. It's a protection stone, but it also gives you energy because it's got clear crystal in it. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's got clear. It's a combination. Okay, so here's one that's a little more clear. But I really, 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 really like smoky quartz. I've always been attracted to it. And this was given to me. And, you know, by the way, if something is given to you, it's got better energy. It's even better energy. Okay. So that's the best way to get one. So let somebody give it to you. So, and by the way, I am offering, remember we were talking, Kent, about me offering my March sale coming up for readings. Do you remember, Kent?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I know.
I was on mute. I apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, that's all right.
You remember me mentioning what we're going to do for March?
Yes. So a spring cleaning, right? So,
Yep.
20.
So with every reading you get at enchantedsky.com, I'm going to give you a 10-minute Reiki session included for free. So if anybody wants a reading done, better book now, because it'll start slow, and then all of a sudden I'll look at it'll be completely booked. Like I was coming into on Sunday. I now have like 3 days a week is all I'm offering, because I'm really busy yet with my other job. We all are working other jobs, aren't we? Kent? Yeah. And so, but we're just about ready not to. We're hoping. Anyway,
Right.
I got 3 days a week. And so it's 12. Well, it can be up to 18, depending on if it's half hour or not. They book up really fast, but I'm giving you a free 10-minute Reiki session. That's a $45 value, guys. So you'll get a free Reiki session with your reading. Okay. So, all right.
Yeah.
Just
so that's a spring
good
cleaning to get unstuck, to get your mind, body, soul aligned together. I mean, that's a great, and that's pretty unheard of. So that's a great deal.
I think we talked. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that, because people can always use that too. Okay. Yep. And that's enchantedsky.com, guys. So just remember, book reading with me. Dawn says, I like clear or white quartz, and I get them, okay, at the rock quarry for free. Wait, yep. You know, Dawn, Anna's like, I love your laugh. The white ones I'm going to get to. I wear a crystal quartz almost all the time. I don't have anything on today, but when I go out into public, I always have one on. I'm going to tell you about my favorite stones, shungite. Now, I had a psychic reading from a friend of mine who said I swore I was a shungite person. And you know what? I am. I just love, that's one of my favorite stones. You usually see it around my wrist. I just don't have it on yet. Like I said, I got one ring on. So yeah. Okay. So back to what all these stones are. Now, a couple of these, okay, we've done the smoky quartz. All this is some of the things that a black stone will do. You have to find your own. Okay. Now, stamina, vigor, helps diseases of bone marrow, bones, teeth, can help your reflex points. If you don't, that's a whole nother episode. Reflexology is actually finding points on your feet. Oh, it's different points in your body, but what for reflexology I'm talking about is the type that you on your feet. And I am telling you is absolutely right. Have you ever had any reflexology done before?
Yes, I have. Yep.
I thought. Oh, you have? Okay. Yep. What was your experience?
It's interesting because I was skeptical, going into it, and then it loosened a lot of things up and opened a lot of things up, and you were just like, well, that's bizarre.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what I mean, if there's pressure points on your feet, meridians that attach you to the earth, and whenever my stomach's bothering me, there's a certain point, and if you touch it, it hurts. So I know for a fact that my thyroid's a little messed up. I have a little bit of a thyroid problem, and there's a spot on your toe, and if they touch it, it hurts. And they go, oh, you must have a thyroid problem. I'm like, yes. This is an ancient science. It goes back 3,000 or 4,000 years. This is nothing new. And people are like, how can that be? I'll tell you what, you hit a certain point and don't tell me it doesn't bother your knee.
Well,
because because I've had knee surgery, and there'll be points where they massage and I can feel it in my knee. On the bottom of my foot.
Go and get a pedicure and look at how nasty that water is because of the stress in your life, right?
Yeah. Now you can have those. Did you know that some people can have those? It's called a foot bath, and you can get rid of toxins, and it really does work, by the way. You can get those at different places. One of the places I read at is called Earth Song. Earth Song offers them on occasion, and they have a specialist that comes in and will give that. And you've got to see, it really works. I mean, it's just amazing that it works so well. So needless to say, back to what we're doing. So we've got Apache tears. Now, if you guys don't know what Apache tears are, they're just kind of like a lava rock, sort of, because they're really super light. Okay, can you see that? That they're just really super like buoyant, they're like a lava rock. And these are all helping for the reflex points, helping epilepsy. They're protection. Any black stone is protection for you. Okay, just remember that which one you choose. Now, I will tell you that you don't wear more than one at a time, because you'll negate them sometimes. Like I've accidentally done that. I have a friend that she's very much into this. And matter of fact, she may be on the show soon. And she knows her stones. And one day I was wearing about 4. And I think I've told you this story before, that sometimes some stones amplify and sometimes they negate. And I was wearing, it was a Japanese magnet, and it was supposed to help with like alignment and your, soreness, arthritis and stuff. I was wearing that. And then I was wearing our aqua aura crystal. And somebody said to me when I came and sat down, and 2 different people who did not know each other, who were psychic, said to me, because it was pointing straight out. It wasn't pointing at me. It was pointing out. And they go, "What the hell do you have around your neck?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They said, "Oh my God, you're blinding me." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And it occurred to me that the aqua aura was amplifying that magnet. So if anybody thinks that this is not true, they better guess again, because it really truly is true. Yeah. So needless to say, we did Apache tears. I like Apache tears. I like the weight of them. They look like tears, I guess you'd say, because they're real light. They're, and I have a little cage. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Kent. It's like a cage. You pull it open and stick the stone inside. Have you ever seen that before? Yeah, people wear them, and you can change your stones. And I will wear this sometimes. For me, for protection, personally, I will almost always use this smoky quartz, because if you notice, there's a clearness to it too. And either that or I wear a crystal clear one, and after a while you'll see it cloud. So I know they work. And what's really weird is that the new generation, and we've talked about that before, Kent, right?
Yes.
That knows this stuff. They're coming into this planet knowing it. I have a huge rose quartz, and that's a whole nother stone, by the way. It's a very healing stone. If you want one of a basic stone for your house, not only should you have selenite, which I will go through, you should have some rose quartz somewhere. I've got chunks like this big, and they're around the house. Now I have one. I put it on my classroom. Now I'm an art teacher. You guys all know that. I have 750 kids a week. Now they aren't coming yet, but I'm online with them. So they'll be coming this next quarter. And when I have removed that stone, the class is chaos. It really is. And I've noticed it. 2, the kids come right up to the stone and they go, "That's a very calming stone, isn't it?" And they just say stuff like that to me. They already know what crystals are about. So it's very interesting. Okay. So now we've covered Apache tears. My next personal favorite is shungite. Now, let me tell you about this, because I have a video that went viral on YouTube, and because I was talking about shungite and 5G. I am telling you, this stone absorbs Wi-Fi and electronic vibrations.
Yeah.
And also
looks like an 8-ball.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's because it's on its little stand. But it also gets rid of radiation, and it's the only stone that works on your phone, because it's such a high amount of carbon in it. It's 1% less than a diamond. And you can actually conduct electricity and use it on your phone like your finger. It's the only stone that does that. So try it. Get a piece of shungite and play around with it. It'll work on your phone.
That shungite ball that you have there,
Yeah.
what does something like that run as
Um,
cost wise?
this was not, shungite is not really super expensive. I would say about $50.
Well, that's not bad.
No, not at all. And I'm careful what I get. And like you can buy some of this stuff, no offense, from China, and really cheap. And I
Sure.
won't do that because it's an energy thing. And I will go into a place where I could pick it up and kind of touch it and move it around and look and feel it. And so that's kind of what I do. But our
And
next one,
how do you know? How do I know that's not fake?
how do you know it's not fake?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, this one is the only stone, like I said, it's the only stone you can use on your phone. It literally absorbs, this comes from Russia around the time that they were having radiation problems from Chernobyl. Well, actually in the 50s and 60s, and then they started having the Chernobyl thing. This stone actually is put in paint in Russia.
Huh.
And to guard against any type of
The
radiation.
radiation. Wow.
And it's only found in Russia. So, and I believe in Siberia. I believe it's found in Siberia. Yeah. Okay. So you're right. People are like, well, how do I know it's not just glass? Well, you could kind of tell. You got to kind of work, because I've got one here that someone gave me, and I don't think it's real. I think it's glass. I'm pretty sure. And so I can kind of tell, but you'll know once you pick them up, you kind of can tell. I don't know how else to describe that, but you'll just know. So yeah, and I don't know how else. It's a feeling. It's like if you're transient, you're an empath. Like most people watching my show are empaths. You'll feel it.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, no, I don't feel anything real positive or anything off of that. So, I don't know, that type of thing. So, okay. So back to shungite. So I wear it every day.
Sorry, that was me. Sorry.
It's okay.
Hey,
we're actually doing a much better job with technologically. So
that's right.
Yeah.
And folks, you're listening. I'll just break in there. You're listening to 21.6 The Net. Of course, you're stuck in the net, and this is Metaphysical Meanderings. For more information or to get a hold of our good friend Lana, go to www.enchantedskye.com and go ahead and book a session with her. Now, she is doing a spring cleaning the month of March, where you will receive a complimentary 15-minute Reiki session as well, right?
Yep.
So that is a good deal. But check her out, and she'll be ready to go.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm getting back to my next stone. This is one I don't really care for much, but some people swear by this, is hematite. Now it's a very metallic one. It's one that looks, they use this for magnets. And it's very aligning, and it cleans your chakras really good. It's just not one that I'm just in love with, I guess. I don't know. I just am not. It's not that it could be for somebody else, their stone. So how do you find your own stone? You just start picking them up. And which one are you really super attracted to? Because that's the one that does something for you. It cleanses you. It's clean, that type of thing. So
gold is good. Right.
Yeah. Actually, I don't have hardly any gold. I only have silver. I love silver and copper, and I really don't have much gold. I'll have white gold, but that's about it. I'm just really picky about that kind of stuff. If you ever notice anything I wear, it's always silver. But that's my stone. That's one of my stones. So, okay. Or excuse me, one of my metals. All right. So jet is another one. Jet, I like jet. Jet is jet black. So jet is jet. And it's just a black, dense stone. See, this has a shine because it's been shined, but usually jet is just black. Now you guys know when they mean jet black. Don't you always wonder what they meant by jet? Jet black was like an airplane? I'm like, no, jet is a type of stone. And it's jet.
I didn't know that. Look at that. I learned something new today.
You learned something new today. So, yep. So the jet is a very intense stone. It is very, very intense. If you go into a metaphysical store, and you want to look at some stones, take a look at jet first, because there's just something about it. And I pick it up, and I've talked to other people and they pick up, there's a aligning feeling about it. It aligns your chakras because it gets rid of that negative energy and absorbs it so that you get rid of it. Okay. So yeah. Let's see, what else have we got? We've got, I'm trying to think of all the different stones we've got. There's so many black ones, because a lot of times the black kyanite, it comes in black, but usually it's blue. So it can depend on what kind of chemicals and minerals or whatever you've got mixed in. Now, one of the last ones, and if you notice that this is obsidian. Now, obsidian can be kind of like, almost like marble. This is an obsidian. I don't know if that, you can see like the modeling in there. That's an obsidian. And it's kind of like a lava rock, like like that type of thing. And anyway, some of these are a little more helpful, I guess you'd say. They help with, like I said, reflex points, healing.
Sure.
Okay. Now, if I were to get to the little bit lighter ones, because some of these exist as colors, but then they also exist as blacks. So it depends on what we've got. And I'm actually stepping out of here for a second, because I've got I probably got about 50 stones in front of me. Another one that's good, and this is about clearing energy, and this one's a good energy boost, lifting depression and stuff like that. And I thought I would just include this, even though this isn't a black stone, but I just like it so much. It's citrine. You see the citrine?
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Pretty. And it's like it's a mood enhancer. It makes you feel better. Okay?
So where would you put that? In your pocket? Would you put it in your living room? Well, I mean, where would you put that?
On my table when I read.
Okay.
Okay. And that's kind of what I concentrate on, certain stones. And if you notice, like I'm moving around because I've got so many of them.
Well, you're meandering. It's nice.
Metaphysical meanderings. Right? So yeah, but I mean, I've got just tons of different types. Sometimes I forget what they're called. I've got so many. So I just, and if you, I don't know if you can see, I don't think you can. No, you can't. No. And that is okay. But I've got probably, I'd say about 1,000 or more, like sit right behind me, including, and by the way, I just bought this, you guys. This is just the coolest thing ever. I got a piece. It is a tooth.
A what? A tooth?
It's a tooth. It's a mammoth tooth.
Wow.
That's the coolest ever.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So, and they have their own energy too, because they've been fossilized. So,
sure.
And so that, the white are traditionally what you would wear unless you want protection. Amethyst, but I will tell you something about amethyst. Amethyst will protect you also. It's a very good protection stone. I have one that's about this big. It's got a crack down the middle. I wore it for years and years and years while I was teaching, and I noticed it just naturally cracked. So
now, what about a geode? Now, a geode is not black, it's purple, but where I come from in Iowa, they're pretty, you can find them all the time, right?
A lot of times, they're not always purple. They can be
sometimes green.
Yeah, they can be different. And that means you've got some type of amethyst going on probably in there. Amethyst is actually a very, very common stone, guys. Rose quartz, clear quartz, amethyst, garnet. Some are they're very common stones. Now it's the rare ones that, like we're talking like sapphires and emeralds, like you just don't see them. So, even, I don't know, have you ever heard of Herkimer diamonds?
No.
Herkimer diamonds are diamonds. They have a lot of occlusion in them. So they're not clear. So they're not worth as much. They're not really worth much. They're considered a clear quartz, basically. Ah. Okay. And I'm going to get into the clear quartz and what the clear quartz does. Okay.
And of course, just want to let everybody know, get your questions ready. Coming up here in a few minutes, Lana's going to start taking some questions. If you have questions about stones, fantastic. If you got questions about just life in general, or you're wondering something, she's going to help you out there too.
Yep. So if this were me going over some of these stones, remember I told you they negate, right? I want a good neutral stone with any of these black ones is turquoise. Turquoise is a neutral stone, by the way, guys. Turquoise it's got a lot of positive energy, but it's also a kind of a neutral one. So if you're gonna wear a black one, wear a little turquoise. Another thing you can do is, hi Iris. Another one, and you ever notice that turquoise and coral come together a lot? Have you noticed that, Kent?
Yes.
Yes. You know why? Because turquoise is a neutral stone for the coral.
Okay.
There's reasons why people wear them and wear them, the combinations that they do, so that you understand that, because it's true. People are like, really? I didn't know that. Yeah. Because more than one time, I've come in wearing 3 or 4 things because I think, this felt good. I think I'll do this. And she goes, well, you're wearing a clear quartz, and then you're wearing, and she gave me a 3. Someday I'll give you examples. But because there's so many. And I was wearing tourmaline. I was also wearing shungite. You see how they cross each other out, and then they're not any use. And I think I had a clear crystal and might have been a aqua aura together, because I love aqua aura. And I wore like 4 of them together. And she's like, get rid of 2 of those. She's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Now you go stone hunting, I guess, right? You enjoy, yeah.
Yeah, I love doing it. My friend that has the shop, infinitesoulvibrations.com, she went rock hunting in Arkansas. I did not get to go with her. I should have went. But driven down and went. I don't know what, maybe she came back with about $1,500 worth of stones, and some of them are pink kyanite, and they are the prettiest darn things I have ever seen. They like glow. Okay, do you see what my nails look like? I swear to God, that's what the rocks look like.
Oh wow,
I've
beautiful.
never seen anything like that, and they got like an iridescence to them. And we go mining. We mine for them. We mine for all whatever we get. And these stones in some of these places, especially Arkansas, they're just laying on the ground.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So that's like a hotbed for stones, the Arkansas area.
It is. There's also a diamond mine down there where you can just go dig around on the ground. Look, so Scion Hunting on the riverbed. Yep. Dawn's like, yep, hunting on riverbeds. Yeah, I love doing it. It's like, in another life, I don't know if I've ever shared this. I was a woman out in California, and I was probably unsavory, but anyway, because that's what all women did. But I was hunting for gold. I was part of the gold rush, and I remember it in one of my past lives. So Kent, that's what, and by the way,
that's it.
Yes. No, I know I was, because I saw it. And
I think I was a guy back in the cowboy days too. So
I think so too. Maybe that's how I know. We always say we know each other.
Maybe we had a drink together. I don't know.
But you and I, by the way, our next episode or 2, I'm going to be putting somebody under past life regression, hypnosis.
It'll be me if we can get another producer in here.
Yes, we have to have another producer, because I can't have 2 people. Yeah, you'll be under. So, and as Kent was talking about, he says, well, you're going to make me cluck like a chicken. And I go, everybody says that. You have to understand with hypnosis, I cannot do anything you do not want to do. You must have had to want to cluck like a chicken. I don't have control of you. You have control of yourself. You're just talking to your soul. That's all the hypnosis is. It's just a different, it's the theta brainwave that you're using. And it's the same one when you meditate. It's the same that as you're driving down the road and you're kind of zoned out and you drive yourself home automatic, like on autopilot. That's hypnosis. That's cool. So, all right.
So Dawn asks about Virgo stones.
Virgo stones, I haven't gotten to that yet, because there are stones by zodiac sign. But for right now, I'm talking about just black and which ones will work for you, because you got to kind of figure out, because everybody will have a black stone, everybody will have a blue stone or a clear quartz or a whatever works for them. Like I said, I like I like a smoky quartz with some nice crystal in this. I found this one. Where did I
That's
find
beautiful. Yeah.
I was going to have them wrap it. And I did have, I have my friend wrap it for me because, you know, it's a gift. It means more. You know what I mean? Can you wear tourmaline with shungite? Oh, I just answered that. You know what, Shayna? Not really. They negate each other. I was just talking about that. Tourmaline, shungite is a really super powerful stone. And tourmaline is a really soft stone. And they negate each other. So there's nothing at all, no benefit. I have to be careful when I put my bracelets on, and I always wear bracelet stones, that I can, onyx is okay with shungite, but tourmaline is not, because there's just, it's too soft, and you go by your hardness and stuff too. There's a whole, if you can keep from wearing 2 black stones, that's probably the best thing, because a lot of people don't know about it. So with me, I'll wear 2 onyxes, I'll wear 2 tourmalines, I'll wear, you know what I'm saying? If you get all this stuff going, it just really screws everything up.
So what about lava as a black stone? Yeah.
Yes, lava stone. Oh,
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I didn't include that on there. But yes, it is. It's a really soft stone. I have a bracelet of lava stone, and it's so porous that after about 3 months, all the stones are broken, because you're kind of banging it. Oh yeah, because it's really soft. Yeah. So.
Right. So
here's Iris. So how much influence do you think our past lives has on our current life in terms of ancestral influence and karma? A lot. Like I said, once you've had a past life regression and you realize how much what you're carrying and who you are now is a combination of what's happened in this life and other lives, you understand. And I can't describe that in any other way than I've had past life regression done. I'll never be the same. I recognize people. I have these bizarre fears that, like, I have a fear of tornadoes. When I was 3 and 4 years old, my mom even said there was a tornado watch. I would be like throwing up. I'd be on the ground just screaming and crying, and no one could ever figure it out. Well, I got to be about 30, and I kind of outgrew it. I'm still getting nervous. I used to still get nervous with storms. And I figured out that there's got to be a past life connection here, because I used to also dream about tornadoes, like this big tornado, and it took my house away and blah, blah, blah. And I would dream about it. Well, it wasn't a dream. I was reliving a past life. And when I went under hypnosis, and I could see it as plain as day, that I was a man, I was building a house, and I was like in Kansas or Nebraska, I think Nebraska. And I had built this house and had worked so hard for that house. And I was sending for my family. And I remember a tornado came, and I remember I was holding onto a tree, like you're holding onto like a little sapling to not get blown away. And I got killed. And I wasn't mad that I was dead. I was mad that I had worked so hard and everything that I had worked for was gone. Now, in this lifetime, I am the same way. I am really, really touchy with my house. You better not take my house from me. I will never miss a mortgage payment. All of my energy goes into my house. I've always been like that, and it's coming from a past life, because I don't want to lose my house. So see, it really does play a role for you guys. Okay. All right. Iris, I have a fear of the dark. That's what she says. There's got to be a reason. Okay. I know that a couple of my lifetimes, like I've recognized people, and I'll be like, oh my God, I know them. And I'll be like, I keep telling Kent, I know him. I don't know how I know him, but I do. And I keep saying we have to explore the connection, because if I put you under hypnosis, I'll say, how do you know me? And you'll be like, and you will tell me. And, you know, it's interesting, because then when you think about all the connections, they can't be made up. And I don't know if you guys know that I am in the process of finding myself from another lifetime. My name's Lana in this lifetime, and I swear my name was Anna or Anna in another lifetime. Well, in West Virginia, I went into details. Because I've had past life regression, I told who I was married to, where I was married to, what city it was in, which I did not know that this place existed until I just came to me, and I'm like, I'm telling them all, and I'm right. And so we're going through ancestral DNA, and we're going through, because I remember the name Evans, And I guess that must be my maiden name or my married name. And we're finding that this small city, almost everybody's named Evans with the last name. So I can't be making it up. So I actually am writing like a little cute little like book or something about it, because it's one of my friends who does this on the side for fun. And she really, really wanted to know more. And I kept telling her, I'm like, I was this, my husband was 2 years older. I mean, I went in this great detail. And she starts looking it up and she's like, oh my God, there's like truth to this. So this summer, I'm going to West Virginia. I'm going to look my up.
Get the banjo ready. All right. So now is the time, if you have questions, that we open up the floor to our guests. So please feel free to send in your questions, and Lana will give you the best answer she can.
Yep. Gerline, I believe our soul fit groups are related in our past lives. You better believe it. We have a group of people, about 2,000 people. Think about, because we think of my lifetimes. I feel like I've been alive 67 times. I don't know where I get that number from, but I feel that. And you'll okay, this lifetime you're my dad, next lifetime you're my best friend, my sister was my mother in another lifetime. And if you notice relationships with some people, they seem more like a parent relationship than a marriage sometimes, is because in another lifetime they were. So you follow all that karma. So in some lifetimes, you've got where you're getting rid of that karma. And that's why you're coming. You're coming to get rid of karma that you had with these other people as a payback, or, maybe somebody in another lifetime in a battle. And now you're coming back for them to maybe get even with you somehow. And you know what I mean? Have you ever heard of some people say, God, what have I done in these other lifetimes that I'm getting this much bad karma? Have you ever heard of people saying that? Yeah. So, and I'm telling you that it's true. And there is stuff to this, because after doing what I've done and having my past life regression, there's no way I could be making up a place called Fulton, West Virginia. I have no idea. I went into great detail. I told him my husband worked at a chemical factory or something, and there is a chemical factory there, like a place for chemistry. And I went into great detail. How do I know that? I know I did not look like this. I was much smaller, and I kept saying I'm really small, petite, and I had a very, very bad health. And I said, that is why in this lifetime, I'm very healthy, because every lifetime you have one lifetime where you're just really, really sick the whole time. That was my last lifetime. So, okay. So now, Marissa, I'm concerned with my husband's health, fatigue and pain. Is his health failing? I want to say, first of all, Marissa, he needs a liver cleanse really bad. I also want to do some blood tests. I don't know why I say that. I'm not saying anything's bad, but I want to check for some different things like anemia and stuff. He seems like, if I didn't know better, he should be checking, having some tests done for things like Lyme and stuff too. There's something like that going on with him. And it's like almost like a fibromyalgia for men, and it's different than women's, but it's something like that. So to have some blood tests done. Okay. All right. Okay. Mel, I swear I had them the other night, and now I can't find them. I swear they're in a pocket. I swear they're in
It's true. She answers that quickly. It's true.
Because I saw it. But I know this is bizarre, but I have helped people find objects. Trust me, it's on my website. Go on my website, and there's somebody that, she might not have posted it yet, but she's like, I kept telling her that she had lost something. I said, it's under your bed on the corner. And she walked over there and found it, because I just repeat what they tell me from the other side. It's not that I'm so magic. I just repeat it. So, okay. Marissa says, thank you. Look in a pocket, okay. Which don't helps keep past life trauma in the past.
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, good question. I know that clear crystals are cleansing. I would say a clear crystal, a true crystal, as little occlusion as possible, will radiate positivity and get rid of negative emotions. So try that. But that's a good question, because as I study, the more stones I study, there's always a few odd ones that I am not aware of, because there's millions of stones. So for some reason, I want to say, oh God, what is that new one that's that they had just discovered? It's blue. I want to say, I can't remember the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I've got a couple of stones like it. Yeah, rings. I will look that up and see, but I know it's blue, the blue one, and it's blue, and it's got like a white running through it. And it's a newer stone that they haven't in the last 40 years. They found it. Gosh, I can't remember it. I'll have to look that up. But that would be another stone. I don't know why, but they tell me that. By the way, my smell is gone again, because but it's gone. Like, it's coming and
surgery, right? Yeah.
Well, since I've had COVID, it's coming and going. And I was doing my meditation the other night, and I go, okay, so what do I need, guys, to get this back? And they said mint. And I'm like, mint? And then I keep getting the word hawthorn, like the berries. And I look up mint, and sure enough, it says mint will get your smell back.
Huh.
So, and then they also said hawthorn. And so we're going to try this. And I guess I'm the guinea pig, and you guys are going to find out. But it's supposed to help with inflammation and also lower blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, but okay. So I just thought, so you will see, because that's what they told me. So remember, I just repeat what what they tell me. Okay. You're going to move in like August or September. I don't want to say very far from where you're at now, Anna. Is it Anna or Anna? Make sure I know. Spell it, sound it out for me, okay? Because I don't know, but I can't, this. I don't like being called Lana.
That's correct.
Well, if you know me well, you would never call me Lana. I know when people don't know me well, they'll call me that. And I'm okay. I won't get on your case about it, but I just kind of I don't know. It just kind of bugs me, sort of. I don't know. It just does. Sorry, guys. If I sneeze, it's because I had surgery, and it makes me sneeze. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Okay. Mel B says she'll check her pockets again. Yep. I feel like it's something to do with a coat or a pocket. And if it didn't, it fell out of a pocket or something. Like, it's associated with a pocket in a coat or something. Okay. An SUV or a sports car. Any thoughts, Peter?
All right.
I want to say you're going to go for something sporty, something fun.
Yeah.
Something fun.
Iris asks, I have a question about why after 2 years I cannot seem to break the heartstrings from my ex. Can you give me an inkling of how I can let him go, or perhaps why?
It's a past life thing, and I want to say it was a payback. Like, you broke his heart in another lifetime, so it's your turn.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying? It feels that way. And the best way to really try to, we have cords to people. We also have a cord. We have a silver cord. We have a cord, a life cord connected to God, but we also have a cord connected to people. Now, your cord may have not been cut, or you're not feeling you're ready to cut that cord. If you symbolically meditate and then symbolically cut the cord, it'll take a little time. It'll work. Try it. So go into a meditation, kind of sit and think for a while, and mentally cut your cord. I know I've got somebody I'm connected with, and the cord is so thick I can't cut it. I need to cut this cord. It's bad. And I don't, because it's so thick, but I also know who it is. So, and I think he knows exactly who I'm talking about. Anyway, he's probably watching.
The horse 89.
Yeah. I'm due to change careers next month to work in mental health. What do you see me being successful at this? Oh God. Yeah. You were supposed to be doing that about 5 years ago, dear. Okay. The horse 89 years, at least 5 years ago, this is not new for you. It keeps surfacing because you have a deep comprehension of how the brain works, and you're supposed to be doing it. And I want to say in another lifetime, you may have been very, very fascinated when psychology first came out in the early 1900s. That's why you are now. Okay. Am I missing anybody? Help me.
We got. Is that Mahida? I woke up one day with unbearable neck pain and dislocated shoulder plate for no reason. Did not fall or did a bad move. Any insight on what's causing this?
Hold on. All right. There's some type of stress at work. Just something to do with work. Tell me if I'm not right, because it has something to do with work, and it's taking its form symbolically as a pain in the neck.
No,
really.
yeah.
Okay, this is what they're telling me. I'm a health advisor too. Now, I'm not a doctor. Don't think that I am.
She doesn't play one on the radio.
No, not at all. But because I have a great respect for doctors. I do and I don't. It's a combination. It's a long story. Anyway, go on an inflammatory, like some aspirin or something, and you need to get it like maybe a massage, a gentle massage. They're telling me that there's like webs of tissue that lay like underneath your skin, and it's like a what is it called? The fascia. You need to let loosen it, and it'll help go away. That's what I'm supposed to tell you. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Well, I missed some people here. I'm trying really hard.
Okay. I'm staying on top of you.
Oh, you are? Okay. Because there was one up here though, up higher, I think.
Nope. I think I got it.
No, I don't think it's something about Aquarius. Oh, I'm a Leo dealing with an Aquarius. There's a little distance between us. Oh, okay. Seeing someone else. Okay. Okay, Joyce. I'm a Leo dealing with there's a, and he's okay. She was just okay. Thank you. She was just saying yes, basically. Okay. There's a little distance, and he is seeing someone else. So, Joyce, what's your question? Or is that the response?
Is he seeing someone else?
She couldn't let her ex go. Okay, that I know this is crazy, but he hasn't completely let you go either. That's part of it too. By the way, I was going to tell you that. All right.
Darlene asks.
Mother suffered a lot. She had cancer, and she used to meditate so much and always wore a clear quartz beaded necklace. Could that be from past life karma? I hope in her next one she's healthy. I know this is crazy, but we all have a life, or even a couple, where we have planned to be sick. I know that sounds mean and that sounds harsh. Why would I ever planned it? Because it's for the soul's growth. You need to know what it's like to be in other people's shoes. And you know what I'm saying? And it brings humility and empathic ability. And I know that's mean and nasty. It seems kind of cold when I say it like that, but it is true. And I mean, look at the suffering of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it was supposed to have happened, it was planned, so I know that sounds like harsh, but in the big scheme of things, it's all planned, and you've helped plan it. So yeah. Okay.
Anna says long A.
I'm serious. There is a lifetime. And if you look this up on any psychic, okay, long A is Anna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This must be my sick life. It probably is. But you have to understand, I'm also a teacher. I want to live to be like a certain age because I have to be helping everybody. And I'm one of these psychics, like a lot of other people, helping lead into the age of Aquarius. I came for a certain reason, and I know it. When I've done my meditation, saw myself on the other side as a teacher. So I was still a teacher on the other side with people listening to me. Like I had a whole bunch of people, and I remember telling them, I'm coming back. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to learn. And they all stood around and they were clapping. And I don't know where that's from and why that is, but some people are teachers on the other side. I'm a teacher here, and I'm a teacher on the other side too.
Got it.
It's what it is. It's just the way I am, so.
Mel B says, found my keys. Thank you for helping.
Oh, long A, like, okay. Oh, okay. She didn't find him. Okay. Sorry. I feel like they might have fallen. It's something to do with a pocket, though. I want to say it's fallen.
She found it.
Oh, she found him?
Yeah, found my keys. Yep.
Where were they? They weren't found my keys. Thank you for helping.
Yep.
See you guys. They must.
That's it.
Oh, that was a acknowledgement. Thank you. I helped somebody find their keys, and I've been asked many times if I could help police. I have been asked that. Could you do it? I have no idea. I don't know how I do any of this, you guys. I don't. God is given. I am a tool. I am but a help to all you. I'm in service to everybody. I have to, and remember when I talking about alignment, I was out of alignment for a very long time because I fought it because it was society telling me that I'm not supposed to be doing what I'm doing. And once I accepted this as my gift, I'm like a happier person. I'm losing weight. I could not lose weight. And I don't eat a lot. And anybody knows me, I don't eat a lot. I don't have high cholesterol because I don't eat a lot. But all of a sudden since I've started this podcast, it's like I started this around the time we talked about stop eating sugar, Ken. When was that, October? Because I know you've lost weight. I have a picture of you before you've lost weight. Oh my God, what a difference. You got to see a picture of you. No offense, you had quite a tummy. It was gone.
Yeah, I still do.
No, compared to what this picture was, amazing. He cut sugar out. He and I were talking. I'm like, I'm cutting all sugar out. But now I've cut red meat and I'm eating nothing but a Mediterranean diet. Salmon, and I'm following Golo, and I've lost quite a bit of weight already. If you can kind of see it in my face already.
So real quick, we're just about out of time, so we'll answer these few more. But Maheda says work is a great source of stress in her life.
Well, thank you. Thank you. When you guys confirm what I'm saying, it makes me feel like, thank you. Because
and then Isaac says, I had a dream. I was shopping at a grocery store in New York City. Several people were flirting with me. Central Park had fake grass. I felt an uneasy sense of artificiality through the entire dream. Any thoughts on that?
You need to quit. You need to take off your mask, Isaac. That's what that's about. I'm a dream interpreter. I can see it. It's time to come clean with what you're hiding about yourself. You must have gifts you're hiding. That's just like me. We're all going through this together. I'm not any better than you. I've gone through the same thing. I'm just leading people. And most of my followers, I'm 54, are younger than me because that's why I came. I came for the generations below me. Yeah. Not that my older people aren't, but I know that's what I do. That's why I teach younger kids too. I teach middle school. I'm a middle school teacher. I actually like middle school the best, and that's the hardest one to do. And I just have done that for 30 years, probably over half. It's been that. So
that's crazy. And the last question by Laura: am I going to get my dream job in 2021?
It's going to come your way. You may not get it till 2022 because it's going to be towards the end. You have to keep looking at it. I feel like you have to go to school to learn something, though, Laura. I don't know what that means, but it feels like if you were to. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I just don't get it. I know you know. And that was my message to you. Okay.
That's it. Mel said they were on the table. She forgot.
Okay. I apparently set them on the table, but I had them in a pocket. I knew they were in a pocket. Yeah. Now, for me, I don't ever put keys in the pocket. So everybody's like, oh, you just got lucky because everybody puts their keys in the pocket. No, I never put keys in my pocket, ever. Right. I never, ever. I always have them in my purse. So that's not always true. So anyway. Your dad found him. Okay, good.
We want to wrap this thing up. Thanks for tuning in this week. 216 The Net and Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hargraves. Now, the big thing, if you have missed any of her posts or previous shows, you can find her out at anchor.fm. Go to Metaphysical Meanderings at anchor.fm or Spotify, and you can catch up with all of the shows there. We appreciate everything. And remember, she works all the time. So she's not just here on Saturday morning. Check her out at www.enchantedSky.com and book something with her because she's got a great spring cleaning event going on, and she'll tell you all about it.
Yep, all right. Great. Okay.
Thanks for joining, everybody. We'll see you next week.